Good
We should
morning,
be live
every.
now.
Hmm?
We should be live now.
We are live now. I see the thing that says live, great big live. You guys, we are positively not CP time often, but today we have been dealing with some issues. Welcome to the Melanated Morning Show. DJ Kid Disco and I here, uh, having some technical difficulties. We have this. I don't mean to talk bad about certain platforms, but we've been having some technical difficulties. So us if we go in and out today, but we're going to do our best. Also,
Okay, I'll just do it for you. Um,
what?
Restream ain't crap, and
What does
Zoom.
that mean? Oh, I don't talk bad about stuff because you don't know who you be dealing with later. You don't have to do it for me. I got
I
this.
ain't gonna be dealing with them later.
But you deal with them later. That's a private matter. They all they need to know is that we having technical glitches. Okay, so we're figuring it out. And not only are we having technical difficulties, we also having some biological difficulties over there on the East Coast with Mr. DJ Kid Disco. But he's fixing that right now. He's having some issues with
Yeah,
his eyes.
yeah,
So
y'all. I forgot to put my magic drops in my eyes, and yeah.
mhm.
So Seabreeze is here. Thank God.
I am here. It is so nice today. I'm so excited because the humidity is down. It has been humid. Oh my gosh, like you feel dirty. You just feel nasty and stanky just within 2 seconds of taking a shower because has been so humid. But thankfully today is a much better day.
It's
Yeah, but
like that everywhere because it was really, really disgusting.
yeah, but I'm thankful that today it's cut in half. I think we're still supposed to get some rain, but it's not nearly as bad.
Or as they call it in the news here, oppressive.
Hi, DJ Swift. What's up? What's
Is
up?
that K Swift?
Yeah. Thank
Is
you
that
for
my
joining
man K Swift?
K Swift, DJ K Swift. That's right.
Give
Uh,
him a shout out, would you? That is my main man right there.
you are our first joinee today. I think I'm gonna go and I'm okay, guys. So I'm gonna tell y'all a quick little story while he's taking care of his eyes. When I was in Los Angeles, we left. My ex-husband, my baby girl, and I. We all left right before the recession hit, not knowing there was going to be a recession. All I knew was some things were getting like crazy expensive there, and I needed to move anyway um, to just get my daughter home near her tribe. And so we were coming back towards the Midwest. So long story short, we had a lot of stuff. We moved a lot, but we at one point we stayed in a house that was quite big, and then we downsized to another house. Um, but we had a lot of stuff. I had like books, beautiful books that I'd spent $50 a piece for. I had like 100 of them or something, and and they were gold. They had gold on the sheets, and they were leather bound, beautiful books. And I had a chest full of pictures from my childhood, all from birth on, all my little articles, anything about my family. I was kind of like the historian at the time. But when we moved, okay, I'm gonna be real with you. When we moved, we needed a vehicle. My We couldn't move our stuff without some kind of vehicle. So we had a storage space where we put as much as we could in there, but we still had a garage full of stuff. And the lady where we were renting had the most generous heart, and she let us leave our stuff there. So the most special and precious stuff to me, I left at the house because we were told that, well, I was told that we will be back within a couple of months. I left all my winter clothes. I left my child's clothes, everything in that place because I knew I was coming back. Well, the recession hit literally right after we moved, and we never came back. We never went back. So my entire history, every picture, every letter, pictures from our weddings, pictures from everything, gone. All my baby stuff, gone. All those books that I bought for her, gone. So much that I'd saved, gone. Because, within a certain amount of time, it's not her fault. She got rid of it. She got rid of it. So we eventually got everything back from the storage space. But all this stuff, the most precious stuff to me was gone. And I'm going to tell you, I was very angry for a long time. I was very angry at life. Because I'm not super materialistic like most Tauruses are, but I do value my history. I do value things that remind me of the beautiful times in my life. And to have lost that, I mean, a lot, like the furniture, which I loved, by the way, all that kind of stuff, I was okay to say goodbye to, no problem. But my pictures and my letters from people, because I'm not a hoarder, so I didn't keep I collected books, but I stopped doing that because it was just, they would fill the house. So I stopped collecting that, but that was all I really collected. So what I would do is I would keep special pictures from moments. I wouldn't keep everything. If it was a bad picture, it was gone in the trash. But special moments from every time. Like when I was with Billy Bob, I just had maybe two pictures with him. I had two pictures with Arthur. I had two pictures. I would keep, like, if I gotten a special letter, I kept it. I had letters from my girlfriend Yogi, who we had written each other back when we were children, when I first moved away from Chicago, stuff like that. That is what crushed my spirit.
Okay, wait a minute. Back up.
What?
Time out. Did you say Yogi?
Yes, Yogi.
Y'all been friends that long?
Since we were 5. Her 4, me 5 is when we met. Mm-hmm.
I did not know that. Okay. That is so cool.
It is cool. But it wasn't cool to lose those letters. They were all gone. Yeah. And the really horrible part about it is the letters that I wrote her all got burned down in a house fire they had. The only thing that she had from her childhood, hey, Chris, the only thing that she had from her childhood was one partial letter from me. Everything else burned down. But she had one partial letter from me. And she saved it, and it was really crazy, the timing of that letter. That letter has a story to it, because it was right. I think it was the year before I moved to Indiana. Had no clue it was going to come, but it was like prophetic, the things that I'd written in that letter, and then the timing of it having to do with my current experiences now in life was just crazy. But anyway, my point is, my cousin Anissa, who I've known since she was born, she's been like she was probably my first baby. Her and Nicole were my first, what I felt were like my babies, because I took care of them. I babysat them. I did their hair.
Everybody that you take care of is your baby. I'm your baby. Everybody's your baby that you take care of.
Well, true. Or everybody's my love. Hi, DJ Simpson. Everybody's my love, but not everybody's my baby. Not everybody's my baby. Anissa,
that's true, but everybody's your love. That's true.
Everybody's my love. Everybody that I care about, I love deeply, and my loves, and William Lee King stand that, to be honest with you. But I think he's gotten used to it because it's who I am, have always been, and I think he realized after a while that certain things that weren't going to change and shouldn't change. But anyway, she was like one of my earliest babies. I was 5 when she was born, so I was still a child myself, but I've always been a nurturer. I've always loved children. Anyway, Anissa moved out with me. Um, Nessa just moved out with me when she was 18 years old. She didn't want to go to college. She wasn't into school. She wasn't into that. So I was like, hey, come out with me. So she moved to LA. She moved into my home, and we lived together for quite some time. And even when she finally moved out, we ended up getting another place together after the Northridge earthquake. So anyway, she had pictures. She had pictures from our early years in LA and rolls of film that she had never developed, and she just developed them. So 15 minutes ago, while Eddie was trying to figure out this tech stuff, I have been looking at pictures.
Oh,
Trying.
that's why you was over there going crazy. Because I'm not gonna lie, you were confusing the hell out of me. I'm like, is something
Well,
wrong?
I wasn't really talking to you.
But how
I,
the hell am I supposed to know? Mute
I,
yourselves, girlie.
I always talk to myself. You don't pay attention. I'm always talking to myself. If I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to somebody or myself or God or Jesus or somebody. I'm always talking to somebody out loud. That's how I process stuff.
And I keep stopping every time that I'm doing. I'm like, what's wrong? What's wrong? What mute yourself, God damn it. If it's a if you're having a conversation with you, yourself, and I, let me know.
Well, you were busy. I wasn't paying attention to you because you was busy. So it's not
Because
my
when I'm
problem.
having
Okay,
conversations with
now you
myself,
know I'm not always talking to you. If you're busy doing something else, I'm probably not talking to you unless I say your name. I
no,
will
you
say,
know why I'm laughing?
hmm.
I go through that with the wife. That's one
Does
of
she
our
talk
biggest
to
arguments.
herself too?
No, I do. And
Okay.
answer back, and then she'll be like, "Well," I'm like, "I'm not talking to you." Or do you know what I hate when I
What?
say, "Where's my such and such?" Well, did you look? I'm not talking to you. I know you have no clue what I'm talking about or where it is, but yet you want to answer.
Hmm. Well, she doesn't know either. And I mean, you would think by now she would know, but you know, folks
Bless her
take
heart.
some time.
We'll
People
figure
take
it out.
time to figure things out.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, we're all special in our way. And so,
So, real quick, can I acknowledge some folks that I'm seeing? Hey,
Chris, then I'm crazy because I do answer myself back. He said, there's nothing wrong with talking to yourself. It's when you answer yourself back that I do. I answer myself back oftentimes because not when I have sometimes when I'm talking to myself, I'm not just talking to myself. I'm just talking out loud. Like for instance, Chris, let's say you and I, we had a little issues with each other. We had some words, but I'm very conscious of my words, and not everything do you need to hear that I'm thinking. So I'll have a conversation with you out loud. So I'll say what you said, and I'll say what I said, and it'll go exactly how I want it to go, Chris.
oh,
So
I'm so glad today is Thursday. What the fuck?
it's true. I have a full conversation. I've done that my whole life. If I'm mad, like when I was a kid, I was such an introvert, and I was so quiet that I just didn't always say what I thought to people because I just didn't talk to them. So if somebody in my class made me mad, say Tanya made me mad, right? Tanya, you made me mad. I thought
Who
this,
the
and then
hell is
I say what
Tanya?
I'm just using a name. I knew about 10 Tanyas back in the day.
Oh shit,
So
I'm like,
I just picked a name. And so it'd be like, so Tanya, don't you ever step on my shoe again. And then I would have her say, girl, I didn't mean to step on your foot. Why you tripping? And then I was And then I would say, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know you didn't mean to do that, girl. You know, like I would just have a full conversation until I felt better.
okay, I really need y'all to see my face on this one.
DJ K Swift said, I talk to myself when I do a dope scratch. I say, damn, that's hot. Me too.
He do. Well, hold on. Now, I've been knowing this brother for like damn near 15 years. He's not lying. This Negro, let me tell you about this Negro. He's one of the baddest battle DJs period that I've ever met. Thank you so much, Swift. Swift brought me out of the 90s and brought me into the millennium when I came back into the game.
Mm-hmm.
But let me tell you about this arrogant Negro.
Ooh, arrogant. He called you arrogant, Chris.
He will do some shit and it'll be hot. It will be blazing. And he'll just sit there with this grit on his face. That's hot. When he listens to it again,
that's not arrogant. That's honest.
That's hot. You know why he says that? You know what? All right, Swift. Sea Breezes on you. He said, yo, if you can't hear that your mix sounds like shit, there's something wrong with you.
You gotta be your number one cheerleader. Hey, you gotta be your number one cheerleader. Because if you're not, who is? If you don't know what you got, who gonna know what you got? You gotta be your number one hero.
But you know
number
what?
one cheerleader.
But you know what's really, really good about that? Being around him for so many years, you get that same level. It's got to rub off on you. You get that same level of everything has to be seen.
There's a difference between confidence and arrogance.
Well, not even. Yeah. Well, okay. A couple things happened by me hanging out with him so many years and like damn near studying everything he does as far as DJing goes. Because I'm not gonna lie. Again, K Swift helped change my whole style that you hear now.
Mm-hmm.
Half of that is because of Swift.
Mm-hmm.
And being around somebody like that who's very meticulous, who's very like, you know how I'm methodical with my mixes?
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the people I get it from.
Okay.
And being around him, his excellence makes you like, well, damn, I gotta get my shit right, you know.
That's why it's important to the people you hang out with.
Yes.
Because if you hanging out with trash, you start smelling like them, okay? And
it got to a point where
the thing is, nobody is trash. Let me clarify. Nobody is trash, but you can think like trash and you can act like trash. You know what I'm saying? But that don't make you trash. So if you hanging around with somebody that think like trash and act like trash and do like trash, then you start doing and thinking and smelling the same way they do. And so he taught you.
He did. He taught me. It got to a point where, yo, the turntable is dirty. Wipe that shit off when you come out the house. Yo, this is not right. Your cord's not right. This is not right. Like he's very meticulous on presentation.
But see, that says something about you too. That says something about you because some people don't want to be around somebody that can teach them. Some people don't want to hear how they can grow. Sometimes people want to just be around people that they can lead and they can guide because they don't feel so hot about themselves. So they need to be around people that hang on their every word.
Yeah.
But if you're strong enough and you're wise enough to know that you need to be around people that can help you grow, then you'll constantly grow. I want to read some of these things folks been saying because they coming through already.
I know, I see.
So first off, shoot, I missed it. Baz said something smart about a psychiatrist and donuts. Hey, I'm gonna come out to Britain and get you, man. Keith Vernon, he said the mind can actually tell the difference between what happens.
Is that Keith from up the block?
Yeah, he said that exactly, and this is so true. It's so absolutely true. That's how I met Spike Lee because I saw it, I talked about it out loud. We had a conversation, and then when we met, we did. He said the mind can't tell the difference between what happens because you vividly imagine. So talking through a conflict can be a way to feel peaceful, less stress, good something. I can't see the rest. VS, not BS. Okay. K Swiss says he is humble. He's been around a lot of Philly DJs when they started. I'm get on my other name. I'm not sure what that means. Preach, baby. Okay. Robbie, good morning. He said if you can't tell if your ish is bad, you have a problem. True that.
I told you he's been telling me that since we met.
What's that?
He been telling me that since we met at Apple Place. He's like, yo, that's bad. I like it. He's like, you don't hear that? No.
But I will also say this, I mean, everybody has a different experience and takes things in a different way, depending on the person you're communicating with. One person might want to hear like real direct, hardcore truth, like, man, your ish is off. Okay. Someone else might need to say to them, hey, you might want to think about this because this might be better if you try that. So you got to learn how to communicate with all people because not everybody can take that. That.
So let me go here with you because I'm the type. I've told him many times, yo, if I smell like crap, if I sound like crap, please tell me. Don't sugarcoat. Tell me that shit sucks.
Yeah, and see, that's how I am with you. I'm very direct with you. I don't infer with you. I am very direct, and for the most part, with most people, I'm very direct. I say exactly.
And notice I never get offended.
No, you don't. But I'm not direct with an attitude. It's always coming from love. It's always coming from love, and the person can tell when it's not. And I check myself when it's not because words are powerful. Energy is powerful. And if you're hurtful to people and you don't need to be hurtful to people, then you can get in trouble that way with yourself. Karma is true.
Let me tell you something about K-Swift. K-Swift, I guess it's third to the K-Swift though. But it's good when I have a very good friend who, yesterday we were talking about DJ and how we always talk about how you love my style. Well, you finally get to see the person who helped create my present style. Like I still got my old school style, but by me laying off, when I got back in the game, Swift was the one that I connected with. And he taught me a lot. He made me the performance DJ, battle DJ, whatever you want to call it now that I am. Because of him. One of my biggest battles behind the scenes. Who you think helped me put that routine together and dusted that ass?
I don't know.
Swift.
I figured.
Because Swift has been to what's called the DMCs. That's a big deal to go to the DMCs. Like I'm telling you, that's a worldwide DJ battle. Swift has been there a few times, and he's really competed high.
Well,
and for him to be able to do that.
Hey, Swift, thank you very much. Thank you very much for helping him, and he helps me, and I hope I'm helping somebody, and I hope we're all helping each other because that's how
all helping each other.
That's how we grow. Hi, Michael White.
You know who that is, right?
Michael White?
No, Chris.
Is that old man?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh shit, old man! You know she knows you.
I do know you, Chris. I recognize you. Yeah.
You know what? When we get a chance on the night show, because he works during the day, we're gonna bring him on one of the Melanated After Dark.
All right, Melanated After Dark. I don't know about that.
Well, we're gonna do a night record so that.
Well, definitely do a night record. Every once in a while we can do it like just a hip hop thing, or a DJ MC thing.
Yeah, we will.
Robbie said we have to take care of one another because of the world we live in and do not favor us. It does not favor us, but it never has, Robbie. It's never.
Right.
It never has, because that's a part of life. This is school here. It's hardcore school here. So it's just now because of social media and new technology, we can see it as stuff that we couldn't see before. So It's always been this way. And so we have evolved because now we can see it, and now we know what's out there, and we know who the battle was with. So we just keep growing together.
So put that in your middle. Put that in your middle Rolodex. Seabreeze, that you're going to interview. We're going to interview him straight out. And we're going to do his whole story because he's got a hell of a story.
Well, I have a feeling with some of the guests we got coming in July, it's going to open up a whole world of that type of person. So we might have to create a show for that, because some of those people may not fit on my platform. They may fit here, but this kind of like it's not we might do a little bit of a hip hop talk, but we need a night for that because
We're going to do
it's just
that.
like with Craig. The financial show, man, we could do that for 2 hours, and I want to do that with him. Maybe do a night show with just him, so he can really help people financially. Or we do a night where people that love hip hop or want to learn about hip hop do that. So we'll add this stuff. I just need to start. Hey, anybody out there, y'all know sponsors? Y'all know somebody that needs some commercials and can pay, even if they're new and up and coming, will work with you. People need to start paying for this. You know what I'm saying?
So, Swift, are you off today, brother? Because I know you're usually working this time, and it's unusual that you're here. Are you off, or are you having a problem? I know if you say yeah, you're having a problem. I know what you're talking about. Either or, I'll call you today, Swift, and we'll put that together.
We'll schedule something. Oh, you switched over, Christopher. You got 2 pages too. I got so many pages. I understand. No, he's in his truck now.
Oh, you in your truck now? Okay. All right. Well, Swift, call me when you get a chance, bro. You know the drill. But I'm sorry. I was just so K-Swift because K-Swift. I was really.
Oh, you are so cool. He pulled over to hit us up. Thank you, man. We love you.
Oh, that is what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah. Appreciate that. Guys, another thing. I know I'm asking a lot today, but I'm gonna start asking more. Can you guys share this stuff? Share. Help us build. We are building, but it would move even faster if you shared, if you told your friends, if you told your family, if you said, hey, check this out. Even if they can't do it in real time, they can always go to recording.
In fact, you know what I'm going to do for music today? I'm going to play one of my Head Nod Kings entries that I didn't play yesterday. You have got to hear the Motown Review. You have got to hear hip hop. Do the mashed potato. Swift, I want you to hear that. And then I'm only going to play one of my joints. And guess whose mix I'm going to play in homage to you, Swift?
K-Swift's?
I'm going to play one of the Swifts.
Is that cool, K-Swift? Is that cool?
Oh, he loves it.
Is that cool if we play one of your things so I can knock my head? As they say.
You think my joints got you jumping? True story. We were doing true story. A few years back, we were DJing a block party, and it was a Christian block party. This retarded Negro on the wheels was sitting there DJing, had these Christian folks from the church bopping, slopping, and what were they doing? The wobble, and he was cutting it and scratching gospel wobble songs.
Ooh, I'd love to hear one of those mixes.
He was, and I'm looking at him like, who does that?
Yeah, I would love to hear that. I would love to hear that kind of mix because I'm a gospel head. I mean, I listen to gospel every day, so I would love to hear that.
He was killing it. I've watched this man do gospel. I've watched him do what's called mainstream, where you have different types of people. I'll say melanated and non-melanated. I've seen him do country. I've seen him do just about every genre out there. And a lot of DJs think, oh, well, Swift is just a battle DJ. That's all he do is cut and scratch. That's not true. The boy can play. The boy can actually play his ass off.
Well, but they think, I look forward to hearing it.
Yes. So we're going to play. In fact, we're going to Swift. We're going to play the dun, 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 dun. He know I'm talking about the hot joint.
He said he gonna put one together. Thank you. I'm excited.
And he will. In fact, you know what? We're gonna make you a drop. How about that, Seabreeze? We're gonna.
That would be nice. It would also be nice if you used the drop that Baz did for my buck.
You didn't resend it. I was looking for it.
All right, I'm gonna send it now. When we start our break, are we gonna do our break now? Because we started late, so I figured we don't push 10 minutes past because we're 10 minutes late. Is that cool with y'all? Would that hurt the radio thing though? Is that okay?
No, we're good.
Okay, cool. All right, I'm gonna send you those things now. And so you can get that done because I really want. I'm listening to my new one of my new mentors is Shelly Shell, and she says, "I love you too, Baz." As a matter of fact, since I got you here, Baz, I'm sending you today the pictures for the Melanated After Dark show Monday. Melanated After Dark. It's a lot of the same people. It's just a couple different. So I'll tell you who, and I'll send you the new face. Hi, Drew. Hello from Toronto, Canada. How you doing, Drew? Hi, Nissa. No, okay, remember I was just telling you about my cousin who was my baby? This is her.
Yeah.
Anissa. Hi from Pittsburgh. Hi from Pittsburgh.
So
you know what? I want to have Anissa's husband on maybe one day, because I think that might be PPC though. He's had a phenomenal life along with her. Maybe they can be a couple on my show, and he can talk about his journey to the Steelers.
Oh, and by the way, real quick before we go to break,
what?
Your girl Nikki said, "Thank you for the shout out, the really huge plug." She saw the show.
Nikki Phelps?
No, yesterday.
I don't know. I don't remember.
I'll just give you a repeat.
The Melanated Morning Show.
Oh, yes. Oh, good. She heard that. Cool.
Yes, she did. She said, "Thank you very much." She says, "Anytime she will do anything." And
she's very good. She's very exciting. Makes me want to listen. Makes me want to hear it.
Because it sounds like, well, let's play yours first because we got a couple.
It's the PPC Radio Show, hosted by Cinda Williams and co-hosted by Shelly Williams.
By the way,
DJ Joe Storm on the Grown Folks Radio.
And let me play one more of hers because that show is tonight.
You're grooving with your girl. Grooving with your girl. DJ Sin said 100 on the ones and twos. You go, girl.
So I want you to tune in tonight at 8 o'clock. It's this night live show with Sin, and she's going to have her once a month guest, me.
Very cool. Can't wait to see it or hear it. Well, I don't know. Tonight's kind of busy. I got my little girl with me. Not my little girl, but my little girl. Another one of my babies. Hi, so James.
We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back. And how long?
How long? 3.5 minutes. Please don't leave us. Come back.
Yeah, we got to pay the bills.
I got a couple things I want to talk about too. So
okay, we'll be back.
All right. Okay.
The Melanated Morning Show with DJ Kid Disco and co-host Cinda Williams. WGFB-FM Radio.
So are you ready?
Yeah. How it used to be. Something for everyone. 24/7, 365.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
For the health and safety of our guests and team members, we're here for you. That means frequently deep cleaning our stores and wiping down carts and baskets after each use, reserving dedicated shopping hours for our most vulnerable guests, providing masks and gloves to our team members, and offering contactless shopping options through the Target app, like Drive Up and same-day delivery. We are here for you now more than ever, and your health and safety is our highest priority. Learn more at target.com/a bullseye-view.
New Dunkin' Refreshers. Vibrant fruit flavors like strawberry, dragon fruit, and peach passion fruit. B vitamins and energy from green tea. All under 200 calories. Order ahead via the Dunkin' app for a contactless way to order, pay, and pick up in the drive-thru. America runs on Dunkin'. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer.
Amazon is hiring near you. Earn a competitive wage and start as soon as 7 days. No resume or experience required. Health and safety are a top priority with all of Amazon's roles and sites. Amazon is taking precautions in their buildings to keep people healthy. Go to amazon.com/apply. That's amazon.com/apply. Amazon is an equal opportunity employer.
Hey everybody, it is Shelly Show Williams, host of Single on a Saturday Night. Make sure you follow us on Instagram at Single on a Saturday Night TV. That's at Single on a Saturday Night TV. Follow us on Instagram and we'll follow back. Hey everybody, it's Shelly Show Williams, Philly's Oprah, executive producer of Urban Expressions, Single on a Saturday Night. But I am a business, social media, and media coach. And if you're looking to show up on social media with a purpose, I have a course for you. Have you been struggling as an entrepreneur, trying to figure out how to get people to engage, how to get people to buy, how to get people just to see you on social media? I have just the course for you. Please go to ShellyShowWilliams.com to find out more.
WGFB-FM Radio.
So are you ready? Yeah.
How it used to be. Something for everyone. 24/7, 365.
Yo, what's good? This is Tracy Lee, and you already know I gets down with the get down, man. Grown Folks Radio all day.
Hi, everybody. This is Cinda Williams, and I am the co-host of the Melanated Morning Show and the host of the PPC Radio Show. And you are listening to Grown Folks Radio.
Okay, we are back, and this is the
Melanated Morning Show. With DJ Kid Disco and co-host Cinda Williams.
Swift. I saw what you said. I got you, homie. Just let me know what you want to say. Send me the script, and she'll hook you up.
Where? Okay.
No, I was replying to.
Okay. Cool. Hi, Luther. Beautiful man. How are you today? Hi, cousin. Or I used to call her Aunt Tizzy because she is first cousin to my dad, and she was my aunt then, but she's really my cousin.
All right, I got a question for you.
Yes.
Because we have a family reunion every week
Mm-hmm.
via the Williams.
Mm-hmm.
So when y'all do y'all family reunion, can me and Swift come and be y'all DJs?
If we can afford y'all, shoot. Because we are due. We were supposed to have our family reunion last year. Obviously got canceled. So
listen here, girlie, you can afford
I don't know.
us.
We were going to do it in Chicago, but now, and we were going to do it in Chicago because my dad was the old head in the family. He was patriarchal, because he was the oldest, but now he's gone. I guess that would make who would be next, Aunt Tizzy? Him or the king, or is it somebody that I don't know who's next in the age? So I know they were talking about Ohio again, doing another family reunion there, and actually Ohio is not far from where they are. It's probably maybe 4 hours from you, kid.
But here's the thing: are we talking about Ohio? Because Ohio does meet Pennsylvania, but that's in the hills of Pennsylvania, which
It's
is
in
like
the hills of Ohio. It's in the hills.
Huh.
It's in the hills. That's where the hills of Ohio.
Right. So what I'm saying is, coming to Pennsylvania, you still have to come down from upstate Pennsylvania, where Ohio meets Pennsylvania.
Yeah, but it doesn't take that long because I've done it multiple times. Okay.
Okay, I'll just shut the hell right on up.
Okay, you know what? It's catching up. I was going to say I'm going to have to turn it off and come back because we were frozen visually, but I think we're good now. Jerry's the oldest next. Okay. All right. So he's in Ohio, right? Is he near you in Eastern Ohio? Because anyway, that's something I'm never in charge of, or really my opinions are never really asked. My brother and some of my
Okay, can I give you some of that tough love?
What is
Can
that?
I give you some of that tough love? Probably why?
Why?
You're all over the place.
No, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it.
No, there's nothing wrong with everybody has their role.
I don't want to be in every lane. Believe me, I can't afford it. I don't have the time to do it. I don't have the time now. I literally praying every day. Lord help me figure out how to schedule everything that I'm doing, and things.
Because she's busy, y'all. Because she's busy, y'all. And I'm going to put her on blast. She got 2 movies coming out.
2 movies
this
coming
summer.
out. Is it 2? Let me see.
1 came out already.
I got 2 premiering June 19th. One
Right,
that's
2 premieres.
Dawn of Dark, I think I need to look it up because I'm confused.
We did this. We're not going to do this again.
Dark of Dawn. Dark of Dawn,
Okay.
and then I got one coming out. Life Ain't Like the Movies. That's premiering on the 19th. Oh,
Both of them.
yeah, I met Patriarch. I was like, do I know Jerry? I'm not gonna act like I know everything because I don't. Okay. And yeah, Day of Dawn, Dark of Dawn, Day of I got to look it up. That's embarrassing. I need to start playing the trailers. But I have to be honest about something. In one of those movies, and then there's another one called Mad as Hell. That's like
So,
really, a really
so
nice
wait a
one.
minute. Hold on, girly. Time out.
Yes.
How many daggone movies are you in this year that are coming out?
That I know are coming out, 3. I did quite a few, and I have a few more that are due to come out, but I'm not sure if they're ready yet.
She did it again, y'all.
What?
I asked her about the color red. She told me about the color blue and orange. I said, how many movies?
No, I told you I know of 3 that are coming out, but I have other movies that are due to come out. I just have not been made aware of their release date.
Okay.
So
well, you gotta be specific with me. You know I smoke that shit.
I also have a book coming out. I'm in an anthology that y'all got to check out because in Pink Panty Confessions, the book. Okay, all right, definitely, Luther. We'll talk. I'll send you a way to contact me directly, or you can just message me. But I have a new book with an anthology that's with I think 4 or 5 other women that is amazing. But in that Pink Panty Confessions, the book, if you haven't seen it, you should. I mean, read it. If I work on. I haven't told Eddie this, so we're doing this right on the air. I'm going to do a reading of that book and ask him to help me with production of putting that together. I'm gonna do a section at a time and release it on YouTube. Just reading audio version of my first book. But this one, I share some really deep, dark stuff that happened to me a few years ago. And I feel like it's writing I've ever done. So I will definitely let you know. Well, actually, Glenn was on my show. Glenn Murray, he's my publisher. He's gonna let me know exactly when the release is, but we're talking about maybe August, I'm guessing. It's called Faith, Failure, and Success, Surviving the Storm. So it's like I took a knife to my heart and just filleted it for you guys and shared some really deep stuff. So when that comes out, I will definitely, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, there's 6 writers. So I'm gonna, that's very exciting that's coming out. Although I'm a little nervous about the response because, like I said, I let it all hang out.
So question.
Mm-hmm.
You had a topic. We got 10 minutes.
One thing I'm gonna answer Luther's question. He says, "Are you sharing about your time in the industry as well?" I do share some things in the Pink Panty Confessions. I do, and some things, but I just don't use people's names. I'll never do that. especially if it's something negative. I don't want to out anybody, even though there have been some really bad, horrible experiences that I've had. Really bad with people you know. But I would not share that publicly because that's not who I am. But in the new one that's coming out, it took place during a play. So I do mention some names of some people that I was working with at the time. One specifically who it was a positive experience with her. So I talk about this experience I had when I did this show in LA. And it was really hardcore.
So we all know this person?
No, she's awesome. And let me be clear. The person that I'm talking, that I mentioned is very well known. You will definitely know her. But it's all beautiful because she was an angel on earth to me.
She's older?
She's an angel on earth.
Is she older?
Yes,
I know
older.
who you're talking about. We had that discussion.
Mm-hmm.
I know exactly who you're talking about.
She is an angel on earth.
But she
was an angel on earth.
She's like a TV icon. Am I correct?
She's a TV icon.
I know exactly
especially for people. I think for everybody, she's a TV icon.
But I know exactly who you're talking about. When you hear who she's talking about, you're going to be like, oh, you know her? Yeah, she does. Yeah, I know exactly. We had that discussion, remember?
Yeah.
And you told me.
You and I have had a lot of discussions that I will probably never share publicly.
And I've never shared them publicly either, but I know who you're talking about.
You shouldn't be sharing them at all.
I don't share them with nobody. When I say public, I mean nobody.
Okay.
Good. Girly.
Good.
I share it with Kid Disco.
There you go. That's good enough. That's good enough.
Because when you're talking to me on the phone, I'm never DJ Kid. I'm never Disco on the phone. I'm always Eddie.
It depends on who I'm talking to. Sometimes I'm Cinda, but to those I really know and I'm super close to and honest with and whatever, to those people, I'm Cindy.
You're right, because I never call you Cinda.
No, you don't. You don't call me Cindy either. You call me Sea Breeze. I have a new identity.
I call you Cece.
Cece, Sea Breeze.
Yes. Yes, I never call you. Every once in a while, I'll slip and call you Cindy, but for the most part, you're Cece to me. You're my Cece.
That's who I am to all my babies too. All the younger ones, they call me Aunt Cece.
Now wait a minute, I ain't young enough to be no goddamn nephew. I'm barely. Did she say that? Wow. Okay. You can tell she the oldest, y'all. They just get beside themselves.
And I'm a tourist, so we bossy. Luther, no comment.
Now, she only got me by, 6 months? But she swears she's 6 years older than me. Like, you know.
Well, sometimes spirit has been around a little bit longer. I think you're a little younger than me. Oh. I'm just joking. That's not true.
So my spirit is on some other stuff. Okay.
Nah, there are people, in my opinion, that are newer beings. They have a longer way to, like, for instance, our ex-president, he's like an infant when it comes to.
He's about 5.
He's an infant. He ain't even 5. 5 is very wise. He's an infant spiritually.
Damn. That's bad. That is so bad.
That's why I got, I send love and blessings towards him because he's a little one. He's a little one.
You call him a little one. Maybe he's a little one with a little one. That's why.
And that's not no disrespect because every little one becomes grown and wise eventually. Just
maybe he's a little one.
How long?
Maybe he's a little one with a little one, and that's why he hates Obama so much. Did I say that?
It's possible. I don't know.
Okay.
I've never seen it.
So what was your topic?
Okay, well, we almost it's almost time to move forward, but I just had to get on one subject. Who was responsible for your look in Mo Better Blues? Man, this is the first time you watching, isn't it? Because
It gotta be. It gotta be.
we've had him on lots of times. His name is Cliff Booker. Oftentimes he's listening, not today, but Cliff Booker was responsible for my hair. He was that part of my look. Ruthie Carter was responsible for my clothes, my wardrobe. I unfortunately cannot remember the name. Artist who was phenomenal. You hate Obama? No, he don't hate Obama. That's not what he said. Happy Thursday, Friday. There he is. He is in the house.
There he is.
Clifford. Luther, that is someone you want to talk to because he has an amazing history in Hollywood from the hair side. He created my look. He created Halle Berry's look. He created Wesley Snipes' look. He created so many looks. He's not in
Mary J. Blige.
Mary J. Blige. He's not into the business anymore, but he is very open and honest. He's not like me. I don't say names. He don't have an issue. So y'all need to like connect because he is amazing. Clifford Booker, my friend.
Yeah. She's not going to say names because that's just not her. Me, on the other hand, don't piss me off. I will tell you. I will.
Man, if I talk about everybody that's ever pissed off, y'all would be so tired of like stop complaining. That y'all would not like me at all because there's just too many experiences. Yeah, Cliff said he dropping names for shop.
Oh, Cliff don't give a damn.
No.
He's snitching.
No, Cliff, gladly. I'll tell you about almost everything. I'll tell you what happened, but I won't tell you who it happened with because most of these people are stars and they're still making a living and they got families and they got legacies and I'm not trying to mess with them.
As Cliff puts it, Holly weird.
That's how I put it too, because it is weird. I love my people there though. I love my people there and I love the weather, but it's weird.
There's some weirdo stuff going on. I dig it. I can dig it.
Mm-hmm. But I do want to talk about when we come back from a break. Please don't leave us, guys. I just have to vent a little bit about spoiled kids.
Uh-oh.
Just a little bit.
Somebody done pissed Aunt Cece off. On that note, we gonna take a break and somebody gonna get their ass whooped when we come back.
No, it's not about that. It's just about people need to start becoming aware of what they're doing. That's all. People just need to wake up about how they raising their kids. So that's all.
Oh, this is going to be a good one. No matter what. Okay, on that note, we'll be back.
See you guys in 3.5.
The Melanated Morning Show with DJ Kid Disco and co-host Cinda Williams. WGFB-FM radio.
So are you ready?
Yeah. How it used to be. Something for everyone. 24/7, 365.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
For the health and safety of our guests and team members, we're here for you. That means frequently deep cleaning our stores and wiping down carts and baskets after each use, reserving dedicated shopping hours for our most vulnerable guests, providing masks and gloves to our team members, and offering comprehensive shopping options through the Target app, with Drive Up and same-day delivery. We are here for you now more than ever, and your health and safety is our highest priority. Learn more at Target.com/bullseye view.
New Dunkin' Refreshers. Vibrant fruit flavors like strawberry, dragon fruit, and peach passion fruit. B vitamins and energy from green tea. All under 200 calories. Order ahead via the Dunkin' app for a contactless way to order, pay, and pick up in the drive-thru. America runs on Dunkin'. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer.
Amazon is hiring near you. Earn a competitive wage and start as soon as 7 days. No resume or experience required. Health and safety are a top priority with all of Amazon's roles and sites. Amazon is taking precautions in their buildings to keep people healthy. Go to Amazon.com/apply. That's Amazon.com/apply. Amazon is an equal opportunity employer.
Hey everybody, it is Shelly Show Williams, host of Single on a Saturday Night. Make sure you follow us on Instagram at Single on a Saturday Night TV. That's at Single on a Saturday Night TV. Follow us on Instagram and we'll follow back. Hey everybody, it's Shelly Show Williams, Philly's Oprah, executive producer of Urban Expressions, Single on a Saturday Night. But I am a business, social media, and media coach. And if you're looking to show up on social media with a purpose, I have a course for you. Have you been struggling as an entrepreneur, trying to figure out how to get people to engage, how to get people to buy, how to get people just to see you on social media? I have just the course for you. Please go to ShellyShowWilliams.com to find out more.
WGFB-FM radio.
So are you ready? Yeah.
How it used to be. Something for everyone. 24/7, 365.
Yo, what's good? This is Tracy Lee, and you already know I gets down with the get down, man. Grown Folks Radio all day.
Hi, everybody. This is Cinda Williams, and I am the co-host of the Melanated Morning Show and the host of the PPC Radio Show. And you are listening to Grown Folks Radio.
The Melanated Morning Show with DJ Kid Disco and co-host Cinda Williams.
We are back. CC, go ahead. I'ma just.
Okay. So, let me preface everything by saying this. Okay. First of all, I'm all about the word yes. I am. I'm all about the word yes. There has been so many times where I've had fear in me and I've been scared, and I had to say yes to the experience just because fear can stop you. Thank you, Luther. Thank you so much. Fear can stop you from evolving. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, and it is such a truth that I live with. Fear is just your imagination gone awry. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know what's going to happen if you do something new. You don't know what's going to happen if you try something. So when you're afraid to do something new, when you're terrified, hey baby, I miss you. I gotta talk to you. Sorry, Robin. Do you have an issue? Because if you would like to take over, I would like for you to go on.
No, I want you to finish.
Don't disrespect me like that. Don't do that. That was rude. That was rude. That was rude. Okay. People comment and you can't ignore them. Okay. So anyway, long story short, this is what I'm saying. In spite of the fact, you done? In spite of the fact that yes is an important thing, sometimes you got to teach your children no to. Okay. Now I know people that are have had a difficult time when they've been young. They didn't have what other kids had and all this kind of stuff. Sometimes, it hurts. So when you grow up, you have your kids, you want to give them everything that you never had. But the problem is the world doesn't do that. So if you don't teach your children sometimes to say no, if you don't say no to some things, then they grow up thinking the world's going to treat them like that, and they're not prepared. And so when they finally start hearing that word, no, you ain't going to get this movie, and they start getting rejection, they can act a fool. And people talk about the millennium, the millennial, how you say it? What are those people called? That generation. It's just because everything was yes. Everything was yes. Sometimes it's got to come from you, your actions, not expectations from others. You know what I'm saying? I've been having this issue with a child who's just not used to hearing no about anything at all. And
Are we
now,
talking a child in the?
what's that, babe? What?
Are we talking a child in the business?
No, we're not. We're talking about just a normal kid, growing up who has been spoiled, who has been told anything you want in the world, entertained all the time, constant, has no idea how to do anything alone, doesn't do anything alone. Everything is done for them. Everything. Cooked for them, clean their room, take them wherever they want to go, give them whatever food they want to eat, no matter if it's good or bad for them, anything they want. So when they get in a situation where they don't get those same answers, they freak out. They feel like their world is falling apart. Everything is wrong. I got to go back to where I'm getting that yes, 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 yes. So I feel like parents are doing a disservice when they can't teach their children things. You got to teach your children what to expect from the world. You know what I'm saying? Carolyn said both of her sons are grown, and the older she gets, the more entitled they become. She used to say no when they were younger. She's so disappointed in them. Oh, girl, I'm sorry. I just think they still going. This child is 12. This child is a baby, but a tween, so it's hard. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just not used to hearing no. And to have to be the teacher of someone else's child is difficult. If she learned that from home, then it wouldn't be so hard on her. You know what I'm saying? And I just think that's so many kids. I've been in a school system for years, and this problem with these children. They're living, say they live in hand to mouth at home, but they got an iPhone, the newest iPhone. They got every subscription to every show. They got all the game consoles and stuff. They're eating peanut butter, or they're eating McDonald's every day, but they got all this stuff. They're never, because that is how people are showing their love. Because I never had it. I never had that, so I'm gonna give it to my kid. The kid's not growing when you say yes to everything. Thank you, Luther. Thank you.
Okay, I've been quiet for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
And do you want to hear my honest opinion, or do you want?
I want to hear your always want to hear your honest opinion.
You're not gonna like it.
That's okay.
I'm just warning you now. Please don't rip my head off again. But you're not gonna like what I can get ready to say. I do believe in you shouldn't give them everything. You should give them as much. And I do not agree with most of what you just said at all.
Mm-hmm.
Because being a broke ass kid, and especially being a child of a working poor parent, no. You give them as much as you can, because I'm not saying spoil them. I agree with that part. You got to say no at some point. But for the most part, give them what you never had, because that really can mess with you as a kid. It really can. It can bring your self-esteem level down to enough that when you become an adult, you're always looking for superficial, how can I put it, accolades. Am I saying that right? Look at what I got on. Look at, because they're trying to compensate for what they never had as a kid. Am I making sense?
You're making sense. And I don't think we're saying something different. I'm just saying you got to teach your kids that not everything is for them. Like, for instance, my daughter wanted an iPad. She was maybe, I don't know, 10, 11 years old. She wanted an iPad. I didn't have an iPad. Okay. So I said, okay, definitely you should get an iPad. But I'm not going to give you an iPad when I don't have an iPad. So you need to figure out how you're going to get some money to pay for half of that iPad. If you pay for half, your dad and I will pay for the rest. So that's what we did. And within a year, what she did every time, any celebration, you know, her aunts and uncles want to give her a little chump change, whatever, anything. Instead of, you know, taking the gifts, she said, no, can you please give me money because I'm saving up for an iPad. And she would do little jobs so she could get her money together. She saved her money and we together bought an iPad, and it meant the world to her because it was hers, because she helped to buy it. If I had just said, yeah, baby, here's an iPad, she would have never learned that. She would have never had that value of her own work ethic or her own choices to give her what she needs. If you give your child everything and they never learn how to do for themselves, they grow up not knowing how to do for, they are so used to being given. I'm not saying you have your child living in squalor because you're cheap. I'm saying
that's where I was going.
No, why would that doesn't even make any sense? That makes no sense.
Okay.
To let a child live in squalor because you're cheap. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying teach your child. Mm-hmm.
Hear me out. Why that was a sensitive issue for me. That cheap parent that you were just describing.
Mm-hmm.
God rest her soul. I was raised by one. Let's go. We're going to get some sneakers. Yeah, but I want some regular sneakers. Nah, I'm not going to pay that. Not because she don't have the money. Because she just didn't think that spending that kind of money for that was... And I'm like, okay, so I'm walking around here looking like a weirdo because you cheat.
Yeah, that's not what I'm saying at all. I mean, when I could, you know, I didn't buy Sophia toys. Because I was like, I would rather her learn how to do stuff, right? So I let her build. She used recycling as building materials. Her imagination was just great because I didn't buy her a whole bunch of toys. Other people did, but she grew to not even care about that stuff. She liked to build stuff, right? But if she wanted some Vans, I got her some Vans. She had a Converse collection. I got her some Converses. I got her special things that I felt like would add to her personality, her style, whatever. I didn't deny her things, but at the same time, I didn't say yes every time. Can I read some of these comments? Carolyn said, I did that for my sons. So she said she got them whatever they wanted so they could fit in with their friends and not be teased and feel peer pressure. But I thought they needed and deserved. So yeah, she got what they needed. Balance in life, exactly. Luther said everything is instant gratification for this generation. Yes, because it was always instant. You want something, you get something. Carol says exactly. Never gave them everything, just what they needed or deserved. And sometimes, honestly, I would give her and just because gift. You know, I didn't wait for her to ask for everything. I might see her looking at something, and if I could afford it, I was like, baby, because you're such a sweetheart and your teachers have nothing but wonderful things to say about you. I see you looking at that. I'm going to get that for you because I'm so proud of you. You know what I'm saying? Luther said, you gain independence and you feel good about yourself when you earn them the right way. Empowering a child to do things for themselves is amazing to their growth. It's just amazing to their growth. And you know, I mean, there are kids out there that I deal with that are beautiful souls, but they just have not been taught to do anything for themselves. They have not been taught. They have not been taught the way the world's going to teach them. You see what I'm saying? So I just feel like part of being an authority figure in a child's life is teaching them these hard lessons. Sometimes the answer's got to be no. Sometimes, like one time, one of my nephews he wanted to go roller blading or roller skating with his friends, and his authority figure was like, okay, cool, we'll have the parent call me and we'll set it up. And he was like, well, the parents aren't going to be there, they're just going to drop us off. And she said no. And he was very upset about it. He was very upset about that no, because she says yes to so many things. But she's like, I'm not going to, if there's not going to be an adult with you all, I'm not going to send you out. That would be me not doing my job, not taking care of you if I let you go out there and be unsafe. So this isn't going to happen. So this time it's a no for me. And it hurt him, because he was so used to yes. But it also helped him to grow, because he realized, okay, so I got to be a little bit more responsible. And I can't say, she's not going to let me just do any old thing. It's got to be responsible, because she's keeping me safe, because she loves me. Sometimes boundaries and them getting mad at you is love. Sometimes it's love. The miserly thing, no, that's something else. That's a problem that they're having with their growth, and they still need to be loved.
That's, I was letting you get your thing off, and now I'm going to give you the flip side.
Mm-hmm.
What if your parent, for the most part, is telling you no? Everybody's running around here with Adidas on with 3 stripes. You walk around with Adidas with 5 stripes on.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm gonna give you a good example, because I feel like my story trumps that. Because I wore hand-me-downs until I couldn't fit the hand-me-downs anymore in high school. And then I would go get the cheapest Levi Strauss you could find. I never had brands. But what was worse than that was my teeth. If you read my book, you'd read this story. I had a disease, a dental disease, that I didn't know what was wrong with me. I just thought I was ugly. My teeth were jacked up because I didn't have enamel to protect my teeth. But my parents didn't want to pay that $500 deductible. So I went around like this till I was in 8th grade, when my teeth jacked up. I couldn't smile. Every time I smiled, I did like this, because I could not show my teeth, because they were jacked up, because they had no protection. That was cheap of my parents. That my dad drove around in a Corvette. Okay, he had a new car every other year, but they would not pay the $500 deductible for my teeth. That was wrong. That was cheap. And I love my parents. They did the best they can. They really did. But because my father was caught up in this, how he appears to the world, he got to be in a, nice car. He wants to pay himself, which is important. But you don't have a child, you don't take him to the dentist. My 8th grade birthday, they were like, well, what do you want? It's a big year. You're graduating from middle school. What do you want? I said, please, can I go to the dentist and get my teeth fixed? So, yeah, that can be damaging to a person. It took me years to see the beauty in me. It took me years to see the beauty. Everybody else would be like, I started the movie stuff, and Spike Lee, God bless him, got my teeth fixed, because they still weren't perfect. Got my earlobe fixed, got my, he helped me in that way. He did a beautiful thing for me. And so when people start talking about you pretty, it took me years to believe it, because in my head I was ugly because I couldn't smile. I had to hide my mouth, and I was skinny, so people made fun of me. Different problem now, the opposite side. But my point is that damaged me, and it took me years to find it within myself to heal myself of that. But I learned from it and I grew from it, and I can tell the story right now. So that no, that was a hardcore no. That was a damaging no. So I'm not saying you should say no about important things. You know what I'm saying? But if they're living hand to mouth, they ain't got no money. They're barely paying the bills, and you say you want some Adidas's. That I can understand that no. I can understand that no. But if they got money and they going off buying cars for themselves and themselves, they better say yes to some Adidas's. I think that's wrong.
Listen.
Wow.
Here's the good part. First of all, it made me, because the way she would do is like, okay, you got such amount of money, you want something extra, you got to come up with it yourself. That made me go get a job. Oh, real quick. I'm sorry. I'm deviating now. Can you say a special hello to someone I happen to see on another chat program who I see is listening? Your buddy, we got to get him back here too. Harlem Renaissance.
Harlem Renaissance, man. How are you, honey?
William
I'd love to hear your voice again. You were supposed to do a drop for me, man. What's up?
That's my fault, Cece. That's my
okay.
fault.
I won't blame you, Harlem. I won't blame.
He's been hitting me up like crazy. You know me. You know me.
Welcome, babe. Please come back. Please come back. I love this guy's voice, you guys. He's an extremely talented person. Extremely talented. Luther said that spoiling a child can handicap them. See, that's not what you're talking about. She didn't. I think it's good to make a child, earn on their own too. But your children deserve encouragement and love. And sometimes that love can be shown in a real way if you can afford it, only if you can afford it.
And my mom, hold on. And I love my mom to death, but she was a huge proponent of what you just said. It's in the reverse. I'm not going to give you I'm not going to give you a treat for doing what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to clean your room. You're supposed to get good grades. You're supposed to do that.
I agree with that. That I agree with. You are.
That means you ain't getting shit.
They have to have responsibilities. And if they think they're going to get paid to do the basics, then they're not going to do the basics, right? But you do pay them when they go over and beyond. You pay them when they go over and beyond. Sophia, I never one time heard a bad thing from any teacher she ever had. They loved her. The only thing they ever said about her is tell her to talk more. We want her to communicate more. We want to hear what she's thinking. That was it. She deserved some love for that. That's going over and beyond. That's not the basics. That's over and beyond. She could have been like any kid and just a teacher say, you know what, she talked too much. She's that. She didn't have that. So she deserved that extra love. Clifford said, is hearing yes always the basis of white privilege? I think that white privilege for me is a little different because that's that historical thing that they started back in the 1600s to separate the masses, because there's a lot of very poor people. There's a lot that they do have their skin color that can get them in the door, right? If they can will and deal. But many of them are so damaged from their lack and their perception of lack and not understanding that the world is bigger than the stuff but they do have their skin that always gets them in the door. But I don't think a lot of white people I know have heard yes. They've heard no most of their lives. So I understand what you're saying, but it depends on which white folks. Okay. To me too. Oh gosh, Carolyn, I'm sorry. Hi, Ramon. Valerie says, I agree with you, Cinda. Every child is different. Meet people where they are. Teach them to be responsible, but there are different ways to do it. And Luther said if they get paid for the basics, they won't appreciate it later, especially in their adult life. Yeah, I mean, I'm not you gonna get, what's it called when they give you money for doing stuff? What kids get, allowances. I'm not about an allowance. I'm about, hi Larry, if you are want money, if you want stuff, then you need to go above and beyond what you should. Everybody has a role in the household. Everybody has an allowance. See, you don't even know because your mother didn't do it. Some parents give their children, whenever they get paid, they give their children an allowance. So, maybe you give them, back in the old days, they might have given you $2, or nowadays they'll give them a 20, right? Every time they get paid or something, they give them an allowance. See, I'm not about that. I'm not giving you money to make your bed. I'm not giving you money to take care of your chores. That is your job in our household. Everybody has a job who lives here, okay? Everybody has a job. And I'm not doing that because I don't want to do it. I'm doing it because I'm teaching future. My daughter, she's a Leo, man. Sometimes they can be kind of slobby. I'm no generalization. I'm sorry if you think I'm generalizing, but Leos in my life, and I got a lot of them, tend to be kind of messy, right? But because I was like, that's your job. Do your job, Sophia. Do your job. Now she's pristine, okay? She's so neat. She's so organized. She got it together. But when she knew she wanted some money. She knew she wanted some extra. She wouldn't do the vacuuming. She wouldn't do the mopping because that's her job anyway. But she'd go outside. She'd take the vacuum cleaner. She'd take the vacuum cleaner. She'd plug it up. She'd vacuum out my car. That's not her job. That's not her job. She'll clean my car. Okay, she'll go outside and she'll rake the leaves when they don't even really need to be done. She'll make sure that dog's mess is cleaned up out the yard. All these, family chores we do together. If she does that without asking, she deserves some money from me. Okay, you gonna do that kind of stuff? Here you go.
I can remember cleaning out the car, like you just said. That would still be part of my job. You know why?
Why?
Don't you ride in it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, everybody's different. But let me tell you this. This is what I think about your mama, and I never met the lady. Just from everything you've ever said about her, I feel like she was trying to teach you like your father should have taught you. So she was extra hard because she wanted you to know how to take care of yourself. And so she wouldn't give you certain things that a child wants and expects from a parent, especially if they see other people get it. Because she had you alone, you and your sister, she had you alone. So she was trying to instill in you what a father might have instilled in you.
It made me a hustler.
It made you a hustler.
Because I had to always come up. Mm-hmm. I had to come up with my own dough some kind of way to be in these streets. Let me tell you something about DJing.
Mm-hmm.
That shit's expensive. Even back then, buying records and whatnot. And yeah, you got to come up that money some kind of way. So yeah, it turned me into a super hustler. It really did. We're at the bottom of the hour. We are not going to take another break because we're going to go into music in 10 minutes.
Can I say this one thing though, that you are who you are, not because of your mother, but because of your choices. Because you could have become a really bitter jerk because of that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? But you aren't. You're a good person. You work hard. You love others, and you're a good person. So your mom makes
assholes sometimes.
Oh, of course you can. Of course you can, but I think all of us can do that, can be that way. You know what I mean? But oftentimes it's, your mom helped you to be who you are, but your choices, in spite of what your mom did or didn't do, have made you who you are, right? You know what I mean? You get to a point, a child, if you instill in them certain values and certain things, they get to a point where then they have to start acting on their own. You know what I mean? They really, yes, they're young, whatever, but then, and a conversation goes a million years. So like if your mother has sat you down and she had said, okay, Eddie, I know I'm hard on you. I know I make you do things that other kids don't. I know you don't have what other kids have. And this is why. I'm trying to help you be a man.
I'm going to share something with you real quick. Then you continue. I'm going to share something with you and the rest of the world listening that I know only a few people know. My mother never, ever called me Eddie. What she called me. If you're from around the way, you know me from, you don't even know my name is Eddie if you're really from around the way. My mother called me Chip my whole life until the day she died. And that is because my grandmother hated my father. She thought he was a bum. Turned out she was right. But because my mother named me after him, because he was never Eddie, he was never Ed, he was always that damn Ed, that fucking Ed. That's really how she referred to him, to his face. So when my mom named me after him, she was like, "Are you serious?" My grandma was like, "Are you serious?" And she's like, and he got the nerve to look. I mean, I am the spitting image of my father. So she's like, he's like a chip off the old block, and it stuck. And my mama, since I was a baby, never called me Eddie, unless we were somewhere public or she was introducing me to someone.
So let me ask you this: with that knowledge now, do you prefer that people don't call you? I mean, I know it's you're given.
No, it don't bother me that a lot of people don't know it, because in my adult professional world, when you know what, when I first became an adult, I hated it. I hated running somebody around like, "Yo, Chip, man, nigga, don't call me that. My name Ed," or my, you know.
It was your family name. It was special.
Now, I just want to hear her say that just once. And do I have a problem with it? You know, I never thought about that in my gray hair years, but no, that don't bother me. You know, it's very rare that I hear it.
Luther said a couple of things, but this is the one I want to repeat. He says, "Eddie, your mom was a born woman." And that could be, I don't know. But because of how your father was, maybe that affected how she was with you. Because
my mom,
look, I know, like the same thing happened with my brother and my mother. Hassan, who we had on PPC yesterday, he looked just like my daddy when he was a baby. He just looked just like my daddy, just light-skinned version. And so my mother wasn't kind to him always. And so
no, wasn't that really? If you knew me, I wish K Swift was on the phone. Swift would know. He's met my mom. He's been around her. Me and my mom were like this. So it wasn't being scorned. My mom was just real, like, she had to grow up fast. She always was like that because she's the oldest girl. And my grandmother drank a lot. And my grandmother didn't work. She drank a lot. She was a true hustler. Everybody came to the crib to buy liquor, weed, fish fry on Fridays, you know. So my mother, being the oldest girl, and that's how she wound up being the matriarch of the family, she had to take care of everybody, including her mother. So she's always been like that. Our house was always the house where all the rest of the family would come when they needed some place to sleep, somewhere to eat. That was our house. So she wasn't scorned. Mommy was just, she believed in men being men. She believed in man supposed to take out the trash, man is supposed to take care. I remember once a guy asked her to take her on a cruise. She said, "Okay, we'll go half." She was like, "Well, what the fuck I need to go with you for? If I got to pay my half, why are you going?" You know, that's just the way she was. She was very old school. So scorn, no. She believed in.
I know from how you love that woman. I know from how you love that woman, though it irritated you to no end that you didn't have the Adidas's, you still love them. That's the thing with your kids, man. If you love them and you say no, If you love them and you know they are mad at you, they always come back. They always love you. I mean, there's been times when mine is like, ugh, you know, she can't stand me. But I'm the one she calls. I'm the one, I'm her heart. I'm her heart. You know what I mean? Just like your mom is yours. And my mom was mine. My mom was my heart, man. My mom didn't give up nothing. She did not care 1 second about my career. She didn't care. I don't think she saw half my movies, if any, hardly. My mom went with me to see movies, but when I thought I was going to die because I thought I had cancer, she was there by my side. My mother couldn't walk, y'all, but she was with me every moment that I need her. A few years ago, when I was going through this crazy stuff that's in this new book coming out, nobody was there for me like my mama. Nobody. She couldn't do nothing. She laid up in a nursing home, cannot move her body. But when I went to her crying about all this painful stuff, the realizations I was making, and how so many people in my family that I thought would be there for me that weren't, she was there. She couldn't do nothing. She couldn't even say nothing, but she could listen to me and not judge me. She never judged me. So my mama was my heart, and I miss her. I miss her. Luther said, that's amazing. Only children grow up fast as well. And we are hustlers as well. I asked, was she scorned? I'm not judging at all, because he lost both parents 1 year apart, lost her to stomach cancer. Yeah. I've just lost my mom too, Luther. She's been sick for a very long time, so she's out of pain now. So God bless you. I lost both of my parents within a year this last year, so I understand. And Carolyn said that was her version of what manhood is supposed to be. So she was just doing her best. She taught you the best way that she knew how. But she had to grow up fast. She taught you the best way she could.
Let me make this disclaimer. Everything that I am as a man is because of her. Believe that. That's why my wife wants for nothing. If and when we get divorced or go our separate ways or whatever, guess what? I'm still going to take care of her. That new lady, oh, well, you're just going to be pissed. She's first. I got to take care of her. That's just the way I was raised. My wife should not be shoveling snow. My wife should not be working 2 and 3 jobs. That's my job. As a man, that's just the way I was raised. And
that goes back to the original point. So many young people are not taught that way. They are told yes, 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 yes. So they don't get that instilled in them, what you have instilled in you. They don't get that because they think it's mom and daddy's job to do everything for me. So they don't learn and they don't become citizens of this world that are giving, because they're so used to getting and not ever having to give a thing. My mom was a strong Black woman.
We got 5 minutes left, but I'm going to sum it up real quick with this because I've had this conversation. I've never had this conversation with you, but I have had this conversation on air, off air, many times. This generation and the generation, I believe, right before them, they're screwed up. I give you that. But nobody asks, why are these kids? People just say, these kids are screwed up. But nobody says why they're screwed up. Okay, you know why they're screwed up? Now, I'm going to make this disclaimer first before I say this. Nobody take this personal, because I'm not talking about you specifically, because I don't know all of y'all. It's our fault. It's our fault. We dropped the ball. Sex, drugs, and rock and roll was out way before the 90s. But we decided during the crack era that, oh, I'm not going to be mean like my parents were or whatever. I'm going to give my kids whatever. I'm going to be friends with my kids. I'm going to party with my kids. And now you got 3 to 4 generations of crack babies. I've actually been with women where we go to the crib, we chill, we pull out an L. The kid, I'm like, yo, your kids. Oh, it's cool. You know, I don't hide nothing from them. Oh, I gotta go. Because if you're not gonna respect your own, you damn sure ain't gonna respect mine. And I didn't do that kind of stuff. My mama was the biggest pothead I knew. We didn't get high together. It just it don't go down like that. So whose fault is it that these kids? It's our fault. Like you said,
Of course.
we was giving them everything.
We give them everything, and life ain't like that. But you know what? Just like, so when they get out in that world and they get their tails beat, they're going to learn then. And then they'll evolve. And then they'll be better. And just like Javette, thank you so much, Javette. She says immense pressures makes diamonds. They're going to grow and they're going to evolve. And then the next generation is going to have its way. So we're always constantly evolving, all of these things. If you're going to say a generation is screwed up, we all screwed up in some way. All of us, we all are growing constantly better. I know everybody's like, the world's out of control. The world is terrible. No, the world is growing. The world is evolving.
Mm-hmm. So we're getting ready to go to music, but real quick before we go to music, because of who we're going to play, Seabreeze.
Mm-hmm.
Can you give first of all, before we do that, today is Thursday. What you got coming up tomorrow because I haven't heard.
Yes, right quick. I do have my podcast is coming out tomorrow. Please support. You just check on my page if you want to go to Spotify, Anchor, or many different platforms. The PPC podcast is I have Jarrell Reed tomorrow. He's from Chicago, grew up in Cabrini Green. He's got an amazing story to tell. So please check out the podcast. It starts tomorrow. You can look at all of them. I've been doing it for over a year now, and I've had some wonderful guests, and they have shifted me. So they might shift you too, or someone you know. So thank you so much for the support. I really appreciate it.
Real quick, Harlem said there's a second book. Yes, there's another book, Harlem. Another book is coming. Yeah, like she said, tomorrow, because it'll be on my page because I didn't do the production this week. So I'm hearing it for the first time.
Yeah, week. Megan, my sister, MC Lyric, is doing music, and she better get it to me because it's time. That's one thing about you. You be doing it. Megan doing a million things, so she don't have as much time, but she's coming.
So when I'm sitting around being a bum I really am being a bum all day. Let me stop getting offended because I am a bum. I don't do
Thank you, James.
I do a lot of work, y'all. So yeah, tomorrow check that out. Monday, let's start first. First things first. Tonight, 8:00, y'all gotta check out Night Vibes with me and Simpson. The shit is funny. We actually sitting there talking about the right and the wrong way to barbecue in the hood. Do you put the grill out front or do you put it out back? You know, that kind of stuff. But this is important stuff, y'all. You know.
Luther said he's gonna follow you. Thank you, Luther. And thank you, James, for support as always. James Patterson, you guys.
And friend. Monday.
Okay, so the Melanated Morning Show is, you know what it is. Sometimes we talk politics. Sometimes we talk the state of the world. Sometimes we talk about stuff like today. But Monday night, we have Melanated After Dark from 8 to 10 Eastern that we are doing with Shelly Shell Williams, Monty on the Scene, her sister, Sin 100, DJ Sin 100, who's got the show tonight. My friend and oldest, my bestie, Bethy Boo, is gonna come, and we're gonna have Joe Storm doing our music mix that night live, and we are talking about sex, baby. Last time we talked about masturbation. This time we're gonna talk about straight up sex. So come on and join us. We got some stuff to talk about.
They talk about doing it, y'all.
Doing it and doing it and doing it.
They talk about doing it. So let's get started. So Seabreeze, I'm not even gonna play my joint in. I'm just gonna go right into K Swift stuff.
Okay. Thank you guys for joining us. We really love you. Thank you so much What's that, love?
So, can you give K Swift a real, a nice little droppy poo that you do before we play this mix, since it's his mix we're playing?
When I'm sitting at home, when I'm riding in the car, or when I'm out and about, I am always listening to K Swift.
Damn, that part. That was so hot. You forgot the DJ, but that was still hot.
Sorry.
Well, we know he's a DJ. So that's the stuff we're gonna play.
Thank you guys. Thank you for listening. We're gonna listen to music now. Appreciate you.
Yes, thank you guys for your comments and everything and that part. So here's the encore part. Real quick. Harlem, I see you, homie. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you. Yes, 8 p.m. Eastern next Monday. Y'all definitely want to hear this one. So, on that note, Seabreeze, we're going to play some tunes as soon as I find them. Oh, here we go.
Thank you, Javette. Thank you, Carolyn.
Hey, Doug Henderson here from DISFM. You're down with the Mixed Villains, and they own the night.
DJ Put it down like no other.
DJ K Swift, EA stand up.
Yeah, y'all.
You hear it, Seabreeze? You hear the teaching?
You're on point five. Once again, tip. 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 Watch me bust they shit.
Ooh, you did it to me once again, my friend. I swear you do it to me every time. I just stay crazy on my mind. Boy, you got it going on. On and on. On and on.
JD and the Bay,
yeah.
Come on. This is the year that I come in and just devastate. My style is great, action peoples cannot dominate. My rhymes are harder than last night's erection. Don't blame it close, I have this mic up in your midsection. My shit is love, simply meaning that my joint is tight. Amping up the mic, making sure production's tight. Sometimes I might catch a severe case of writer's block, but by the end of the day, you'll be on my jock. Real name's Malik, my hobby's for NMC to the test. And if you front, I put my foot up in your freaking chest. Freestyle fanatic, and never will it ever stop. Your crew is his, you might just wanna call the Hey yo, I gotta put some action on paper. Make sure my verse jump up and spread out like the raper. The only tip I got for a waiter is watch the doorknob hit me where the dirty dog should have bit me. That was my train of thought, but for so long I fought. Now I'm at a level supreme to the devil. So turn up the bass and lay low on the treble. We be the Willie kids and you dead with the shovel. Revitalize the vital tribe, nigga. The ladies sweat the style like the squirrel sweat the nuts. You know what fellas good for the moolah. Don't smoke no rulers. We the men, call me Slip Tip the ruler.
Ooh, you did it to me once again, my friend. I swear you do it to me every time. Cause you stay crazy on my mind. Boy, you got it going on. On and on and on. On and on and on. Yeah.
Yo, I've been treading on this globe, man, for 25 joints. Sometimes Shaitan got me by the pressure points, but I could break a fella down. 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 I could break a fella down like sex. You need weed checks, but still lighting the ass and can't flex. If one nigga front, I'ma make more pay. Cause tonight, we getting off like OJ. And yo, I got a dog that bites. Fuck the walking. Yo, I got a crew with the beats and the smarts in.
I put my shit up on Linden in the 192. Forever writing, never biting, ain't shit else to do. Open the battle, but most MCs ain't ready yet. But if they utter one word, then it's as good as set. You have MCs dropping bombs, that's incredible. Some other brothers, their styles are just despicable. As for me, see, I just do how I love to do. Try to deny me all my props and I'll be seeing you. Most of you suckers wanna be down for the tag along. The friggin' fame, someone tell them that this shit ain't games. You got to do this from your heart and lean it with a soul. And if it's real, only then will you be on a roll. I try to stay on top of my game.
I have to say that's that Philly style right there.
One time you got to be yourself. Cause if you ain't yourself, you end up by your friggin' self. I'm coming rugged with the Linden Bully type of slang. And yo, we'll see who can hang. Yo, you're on point tip.
You once again fight.
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 You're on point tip.
You once again fight. Hey, yo, that kid is boss.
Did it to me once again, my friends. So you do it to me every time. Hey. Cause you stay crazy on my mind. Oh, boy, you got it going on. Oh. Did it to me once again, my friends. So you do it to me every time.
So there you guys get to see where I got my style from.
Boy, you got it going on.
I love that boy, I really do.
On, yeah. Oh, yeah.
We own the night.
1, 2. Now who got the slave that comes to dime a dozen that keeps them buzzing, thinking that they fat when they bustin'? Welcome to the world of Mac or Mac. Do you small like saying that? Eat them shits like Pac-Man. I'm incredible. Better eat the best.
Swift, we gotta get you on the show. Let you do a live set, holder. You got Seabreeze over here nodding her head hard.
Check 1, 2. I'ma rain forever. Rain like bad weather. Rain like whoever never. You can't bite my style, cause my style ain't a style that is a style, so I can go
right, Bass. This shit is fire.
Flow, it ain't so. Flavor in your ear, let you know. Now I'm about a second from the hook. Look, strap your rap book before you get your wet style shook. Can I get down, boy? Get on down. Can I get down? Can I get down? Get down. Get on down. Trying to get down. Can I get down? Here comes the Mac getting down. Boy, can I get down? Get on down. That's how I get down. The Mac's like super intended. Burning MCs leaves them foul scent. See, I'm like what you call king of yes, y'all. My style's big, sick, I mean real sick. Shit thick. I come with the ammo, the real whammo, slammo, step the dobby dollar, and y'all with the quick. Must warm up the hot plate. I'll change your fate from the neck down the ass.
Could you imagine us doing your family reunion, Seabreeze, me and Swift?
Oh my gosh. That'd be too much fun. And my family loves to dance.
Hands on the ground when I get down, so let me get down.
You know, there was a time that I was scared to play behind him. I didn't think I was good enough.
Get on down. It's time to get on down. Can I get down? Ah, boy. Time to get on down. Here we go. Time to get on down. Can leap a tall building, crush the earth for fun. But I'm saying ain't no fair, yo, when them shit run. The mic's now in the right hands, cause the Mac's on the earth just to spoil your plans. More pep than the pepper that's in the pepper shaker. Rough earthquake, I couldn't take me if the mama make it. I back up the funk that I bring with unknown to man slang with bigger bite than the devil fang. I ain't met who can hang. If you're testing in your lesson, got me dressing for your funeral session. Man, it won't even matter no more. Dragging out 4 just won the war. My style will definitely take you over. Have you sitting looking over then the Ford or Chevy Nova? Why I order? Smack it down, man. I figure it's a slaughter in the world of dollars. Shit ain't nothing but a quarter. Get it down. The name of the track is Get Down, so let me get down and pound up the empties in the ground. Can I get down? Get down, boy. Get on down. Get on down. Get down. The Mac. Get down. Here comes the Mac getting down, boy. Get down. Get on down.
Run it back again. It's DJ K Swift, the mix villain.
All right. That's what I'm talking about.
Did you like it?
I did.
So I can honestly say, for the first time, y'all have actually heard where a lot of my style and motivation comes from. It's a Philly thing, you know. They call this the DJ Mecca of the world for a reason. We serious about ours. We put our foot. You ever eat somebody's food and they like, damn, what did you put in it? That part. So I'm glad y'all was able to. I'm glad we were able to share that with y'all. And listen, all of you Williams folks and all of you folks, I really appreciate y'all because I wouldn't know y'all if it wasn't for CC here. And I really appreciate y'all showing up. And I know some of y'all, I recognize some of these names because some of y'all show up when Seabreeze even isn't here. And I appreciate that. And I'm very grateful to have
They consider you family, man. They be using your first name and stuff.
Right.
How's Eddie doing? And we got prayer warriors in our family, so they be praying for you and all kind of stuff. So you family, man.
Oh, well, thank y'all. So tune in next Wednesday. Program though to get just so y'all will know. Oh shit, I forgot to give the number. Anyway, next week, from now on during the summer, there's no live show Monday and Tuesday. Now there will become a point, as Seabreeze said herself, that she'll be doing the show by herself, her and Keith, some Mondays. But from now until September, you won't hear me live until Wednesday because those are my only 2 days off. Because from Wednesday through Sunday, 3 shows Wednesday, 2 shows Thursday, 2 shows Friday, 3 shows Sunday. Yeah.
But we gonna do that once a month, Monday night, Melanated After Dark.
Yes, without a doubt. I was just talking about the morning. We're just talking about the morning schedule. That's it. Nothing else has changed. Cinder's schedule does not change. No one else's schedule changes. Just mine.
And I'm gonna tell you guys next in July, God willing, we should have some really interesting guests coming on here because I have some contacts, specifically one. I won't mention your name, but that's really helping me, especially with the hip hop world, the Southern hip hop world. So we'll see what happens.
And on that
one, don't hate, but we're working on some really interesting guests that are iconic and amazing people. So stick with us.
So we're going to sign off. Old Man, that mix you just heard was hot, so I'm gonna play it Sunday with our show because that was blazing. I was sitting down in my head like, damn, this boy's jamming. So yeah, we're gonna replay it Sunday. Like she said, we got some stuff coming up. When she first threw the name at me, I was like, are you kidding me? Because she said, do you know such and such? Does a bear shit in the woods? Who don't know these people? Of course. So yeah, look forward. That part. And by the way, yesterday, great show.
Thank you.
That show
it was a good show. You guys, you can always, if you miss the shows, you can always go on my page and see the past shows. They stay up. And then there's YouTube, Grown Folks Radio on YouTube, and Shelly Shell's stuff. So we're always on there. And the show yesterday afternoon, PPC had my brother, Charles Hassan Williams, and he was very prolific, and we had some really deep conversations about fatherhood and what it means and how it's different for everybody. So I think it was a little bit of a healing show, so you should check it out.
And if you want to hear the replay, you can go on YouTube, Mixcloud, Twit. Oh no, damn, that's Shelly's thing. Yeah, you can go on YouTube and catch it, and on Facebook. And it's going to be replayed at 4:00 on Saturday.
Also, B-Force on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. No, Mondays and Tuesdays and Fridays.
Tuesdays and Fridays. Yeah.
BForce.com, is it? They also play replays of PPC. Also, Saturday, I think she said it's going to be on TV.
No, it was on last night.
Oh, it was on last night. What did she?
Did.
Was it this week's show that she showed?
No, this was the one with Mike Lee.
Oh, Michael, he was on TV. Okay, I got to get that information so I can remember it and share it.
Because I watched it and I did share it on my page. So yeah, I did watch it. It was, yeah, we were on TV, y'all.
Yeah, this been playing on TV. It's on once a week, and it's international. So as soon as possible, I need to write down the information so I can share it every time, because we are on TV now.
If you're in Philly and you had Comcast, you can get on Comcast 66 and on Verizon. I forget the number for Verizon if you have Verizon, but I know if you have Comcast, it's on 66. Yeah, that part.
Yeah, and not just Philly. The cool thing is it's everywhere. If you have Comcast or Verizon, you can catch up and see stuff right on your television.
Real TV, y'all. We ain't talking about no, this is real TV. You know, where you got to actually use the pliers to change the channel. Did I do that? Yeah, I did. I went there. So on that note, I'm so stupid today.
On that note, good night, and that's a wrap. Good afternoon. Have a great day. That's a wrap.
Tomorrow, live hip hop all morning. I'm in that type of mood.